Welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa, also known as Certified Winner, and as you can tell by the title of today's video, I did some online shopping. So as you guys know, I do a lot of online shopping, and I've always been kind of curious about the best sellers page on a lot of people's websites, whether it be Shein, Romwe, Fashion Nova, or even in real life stores like H&M, Garage, American Eagle. They all have that best sellers page. So my curiosity stemmed from whether these bestsellers were just the highest rated sellers, or the items that just sold the most without being returned, or just the items that sold the most in general. So to feed this curiosity, I decided to go online to garage.ca and see what was in their best sellers section. So I chose about 11 items from this section and purchased them, totaling around $350 worth of items for you guys today, for me to try on and let you guys know about the quality, if I would keep it, what I would rate it, how cute it is, stuff like that. Their delivery was really fast, and I didn't pay any duties on it, probably because I live in Canada and it is a Canadian company, but it literally came 3 to 4 days after I had ordered it. So my items came in 2 separate packages. One only had a single item in it and the other one had literally the rest of my items in it, but one of them came from a separate location from the warehouse. So what I assume is that if Garage happens to have it in a retail store, then they will have that store ship it out to you. But if they don't have a store near you that is carrying the item, they'll just ship it from the warehouse. With all of that said, I thought it was a little strange that not all of the best sellers in January, which for me in Canada is the dead of winter, was winter clothes. They did have a couple of sweaters, but I think I only ended up getting like 3. And the rest were pretty much summer clothes. Like I'm talking about like cropped tops kind of situation and dresses. Even though they were in a plaid pattern, they were still at the end of the day dresses and crop tops. So I think that's all I want to ramble on about before the start of this video, so let's just get right into it. I'm going to start pulling stuff out of this giant bag I have. So the first item I have for you guys is a sweater. This one is the bubble sleeve off the shoulder sweater, and it is in the color Beechwood Melange Beige. So I got this in an extra small. I'll leave my measurements down below so you guys can kind of figure out what size suits you best. But I got this in an extra small for $34.95. Now I really like the color, and the knit seems like it would be rather warm but also a little itchy. Just because if you guys can see, it kind of has a lot of, not feathering, but I don't really know how to explain it. It looks kind of like a wool material, and wool materials do tend to make me a little itchy. However, I don't think it's actually made of wool. It is made of acrylic and nylon, so it shouldn't be too itchy. If you guys don't already know, I absolutely love bubble sleeves, so this is really exciting of an item for me. However, it seems like it's only a bubble sleeve on one side, and this side is still pretty flat. When retailers do that, I call it the bingo arm, because it literally only droops on the bottom and the top stays completely flat. It is a cropped and boxy type of sweater, which if you guys don't already know is exactly my style of sweater. Overall, it looks really cute, and I hope that it fits the way it does in the photo. This is the photo right over here. I'm hoping it fits me just like it fits her, because it looks amazing on her. So let's give this one a try. Okay, so I decided to change into a pair of leggings for you guys, because I figured with all of the tops that I was wearing, the easiest thing to probably wear it with would be just a pair of black simple leggings, because then it's kind of not clashing with anything. Black leggings just kind of go with everything. I do also apologize. I still haven't really figured out how to do full body shots in my own house yet, so this is pretty much the best I can do. You're pretty much gonna get cut off like from the nose up, or you're not gonna see my feet / ankles, but that's okay because I'm not trying any shoes for you guys today anyways, so it's basically gonna be tops and bottoms regardless. Anyways, I actually like this top a good bit. I think it's really plain and simple, but that's, I think, the part that I like the most about it is how plain and simple it is. The only issue is because it's a boat neck, that means I can't wear bras with straps. I have to wear a strapless, and I get cold really easily, so I'd always have to wear a scarf, which kind of defeats the purpose of the boat neck. But the material is super soft, just like I said earlier when I was taking it out of the bag. The material is gorgeous. I really love the detailing around the neck. They also have some nice pattern detailing on the shoulder slash side. I think I would definitely keep this one. The balloon sleeves are exactly what I thought they were going to be. They're kind of the bingo sleeve, so it's flat on top and then kind of floppy on the bottom, but that's pretty okay. I don't mind it too much because overall I'm actually really in love with this sweater. I think it's mainly the color that I like the most about this sweater, but the cut is also super cute, especially because it's cropped. I'm in love with cropped sweaters right now. I think I would give this sweater a solid 5 out of 5. I can't find a single thing wrong with it. I love the neck, I love the detailing, I love how soft it feels, I love the cropped portion of it. Everything about it is absolutely amazing, so I would give this one a 5 out of 5. The next item for you guys today is also a sweater, but the knit is a little different. This one is just a ribbed sweater. It is called the boat neck bubble sleeve sweater in wood smoke brown. I got it in an extra small for $34.95. All these prices are Canadian, by the way. And in the photo online, the color looks kind of like a rosy neutral, like brownish color, but in real life it definitely is just like a woody brown, which makes a lot more sense with the name of the color being wood smoke brown. This right here is the ideal bubble sleeve. The fact that it bubbles on both sides and then bottlenecks off for the wrist is the type of bubble sleeve I like to see. So this is really exciting compared to the last one that I saw. It is also cropped and boxy, which I guess is just the style of this season, considering I didn't shop these things specifically tailored to my style. I actually just shopped it based on whatever was a bestseller on their website. So I'm glad that whatever is in style happens to be my style. So let's try this on and see how it looks. Alright, so this sweater is a proper balloon sleeve sweater. It fully balloons out on the top and the bottom. But you know what? On this sweater, I don't like it that much. So this sweater is not a cropped sweater. It hits right at your hip bones. So if you were wearing low-rise pants, that's exactly where it finished. I'm wearing high-rise pants, so there's a good amount of space in between where the sweater starts and your pants stops. So this sweater really is a balloon sleeve sweater. It puffs up on the top and the bottom, but I think with the material they chose to do with, it doesn't actually quite work that well because the balloon sleeves just kind of droop over completely, which I'm not a huge fan of. Just like my other sweater, it is also a boat neck sweater, so I do really like that part of it. Overall, I think the fact that it's ribbed is what gets me. Instead of being kind of like a thick knit or something that's more heavy duty, it's rather thin and it's just a nice, soft, ribbed material. So overall, I think this is a pretty nice sweater. I think I'd give it a 4 out of 5. It's exactly the way the picture kind of describes it. But like I said, when I was opening it, the color kind of threw me off, and that's where it loses a point. So that's why it's a 4 out of 5 instead of a 5 out of 5. But it's soft, it's not itchy, it's a really nice boat neck, and it is a balloon sleeve like it is advertised. I just don't personally like the silhouette very much on me. So item number 3 is actually an online only item, which I thought was really interesting considering it was part of their bestsellers list. But I guess a lot of people like to online shop, which allowed this to kind of push its way onto the bestsellers page. This one is called the Lace Micro Tee. It is a long sleeve and the lace is see-through on the arms and in the back. However, the front is double layered, so you can't see through the front, which I think is pretty smart. I got this in an extra small and it cost me $24.95. This is definitely more of a going out shirt than it is an everyday kind of top. Maybe if I had gotten it in another color, it did come in white and burgundy, that it would be a little bit more of an everyday top, but I think because I got it in black, it's not my personal style, number 1, but number 2, if I were to wear it anywhere, I would definitely wear it to kind of an event or party or somewhere where I had to look extra nice. I don't know why I seem to assimilate lace with like fancy things, but I think this is why I don't consider it a very casual item and I consider it more of a fancy item. I am not a personal fan of lace just because I often find lace really, really itchy after wearing it for a long period of time, but this lace is actually really soft and I don't think it's going to be itchy, so let's try it on and test that theory. So my whole midriff is out. This is a very, very short shirt. My bra ends right about here and it's just enough to cover it. My belly button's all the way down here, so you've got a good amount of space that it's showing off. If I were to wear this shirt, I would definitely recommend wearing it with some really, really high-waisted bottoms. Unless you feel like showing off your whole midsection, that's up to you. I'm not here to judge. It's just not my personal style. Another thing is this shirt isn't very stretchy. So the lace is, well, lace, and usually lace isn't super stretchy, and it's actually a little scratchy, to be honest. It's not the most comfortable top. The back is also completely see-through, so if you were to wear this top, I would definitely recommend wearing it with sticky cups instead of a bra of any sort. It actually has a couple of loose threads that I didn't see earlier when I was taking it out of the bag. I don't think this is the nicest shirt that you can get from Garage. I feel like the overall quality just doesn't really make it worth it. I would personally not get it. I think I'm gonna rate it a 3 or a 3.5 out of 5. The lace is kind of scratchy. It's not very stretchy. It's way too short, but it is just as advertised. So on the model, it was just as short. I just didn't think it through, I guess, but I just don't think the quality is that great. So that's why I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5. So the next item is going to be a dress. This is the As If dress in brown blue plaid. I guess I didn't quite read the color because I didn't expect it to have blue in it. In the picture, it definitely looks like a grayscale plaid, but what really threw me off is I have a pair of pants from American Eagle that is this exact same pattern, like to a T, this exact same pattern, but in a different material. This dress is honestly pretty stiff. It kind of doesn't feel like the best quality in my opinion, just because of how stiff it is, but it's very, very stretchy, which kind of contradicts my previous judgment on it. So maybe it's thick and needs to be as structured as it is to keep it from being see-through and keeping it kind of bodycon in all the right places instead of kind of just rolling up like a sock. It's a decently short dress with spaghetti straps. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it has a nice slit right over here. The girl in the picture over here looks absolutely amazing in it, so I'm hoping I look just as amazing in this dress. Let's give her a try. I got her in an extra small for $39.95. Okay, so I do actually really like this dress. It fits and hugs all the right places. I take back what I said about the material. Although yes, it's still scratchy and yes, it's kind of paper-like, it's solid. Like they use these materials because it kind of helps hold you all in instead of kind of letting you look kind of like you're wearing a tube sock. I also really like the slit in the leg. I think it gives it that little extra pop of like, ooh la la. I feel like if I were to wear this dress anywhere, I would definitely have to wear some sort of an overcoat with it, unless it was in the summer. My only problem is this line right here that's supposed to go under your bust. It kind of sits slightly above where my bust ends, so it looks a little awkward. Like I could pull it down, I guess, but then it leaves an awkward amount of space in between my chest and my collar. I'm sure it looks pretty okay for most people. I just don't really love the way that's fitting, but everything else fits really, really well. So I think I would give this dress a 4.5 out of 5, just because it does fit exactly the way it's supposed to fit on photos. The only thing I'm docking marks for is the bust line right down here. So the next item I got is a more casual top. It is just a ribbed black long sleeve, but the reason I got it is because it has this nice little notch cut out of it, which I really, really like. I think it would just be very flattering to my frame, especially because I don't have a lot going on top. Kind of notching it tends to kind of give me a little bit more of a silhouette. It's a very, very soft and very cropped shirt. I got it in an extra small for $22.95. There's not too much to say about it other than it's stretchy, it's soft, and I think it would be very, very comfortable. So let's just get right into trying it on. So just off of first impressions, I do really like this top. It's just a classic soft, stretchy black t-shirt. I really like the notch that has cut out right here. So most shirts would just kind of be like the boat neck, which is also very nice, but I like the little notch that's cut out in the middle. I think it's a really nice detail and a nice touch. The sleeves are a little long, but I know a lot of people like that look because they like to just kind of pull it over their hands. I personally like to do that too sometimes. It fits really well in the back. Everything is very fitted. Everything hugs the body nicely. There's no weird loose spots here and there, so I really like that too. It's definitely a more cropped shirt. This is where my belly button is, so it's a little bit of space. You would have to wear it with some really high-waisted jeans unless you want your whole midriff out, but I do own a lot of really high-waisted jeans, so that is not a problem for me. I think for me personally, this shirt also gets a 5 out of 5 because it is just a simple basic and they didn't do anything wrong with it. It's stretchy, it's soft, it's fitted, and it has this really cute detailing that I like. There's nothing wrong with the shirt. I think it's absolutely great, and that's why it's getting a 5 out of 5. So our next item is the first of the very summery shirts I was telling you guys about. I guess because it is snakeskin, it is very in. This pattern is very popular. I'm seeing it absolutely everywhere, but it just really threw me off that this strappy, cropped, basically tube top was a bestseller in the middle of winter. I guess it's because it is more of a party shirt than it is just a regular everyday shirt, but it still took me by surprise a little bit. The shirt kind of feels like the same material as the plaid dress. It's not papery, but it's definitely not soft. It has a bit of structure in it, and I'm assuming it has this structure because it's not supposed to fit you kind of like just a tube top. It's supposed to be a more expensive looking shirt, and expensive shirts tend to have more structure to them. It's only stretchy one way, so it only stretches this way, not this way, which I guess also makes sense along the lines of the structuring part. It is completely open back, so it has these lace-ups for the back. I got it in an extra small for $22.95, so let's just try it on. Okay, so this next shirt definitely takes a little work getting into. When you look at the back, I think they actually laced it up wrong, because right here you can see that it's pulling on this strap when it's supposed to just kind of be like an X pattern here. So I think they kind of laced it wrong when they gave it to me. I would definitely have to undo all of this backing to get this part fixed. And because it is completely open back, you would have to wear, again, sticky cups instead of a regular bra. I'm personally not the biggest fan of this shirt, but I am right about the material. It is a little more structured, so it just doesn't look like a stretchy, like elastic workout kind of material. Like, it's a solid material, even though it feels a little papery. I'm assuming they make the material a little more solid and scratchy because they don't want it to just kind of look like a tube sock, which I understand because it does help hold you in a little bit, but I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I don't think I would pay the $23 for this shirt. I just don't love it, but it did look very good on the model, so maybe it just doesn't fit my body type very well. I don't know. I think overall I would give this shirt maybe a 4 out of 5, maybe even a 3.5. I just really don't like it, but I can't give it like no points because it does look just like the picture, minus the weird lacing in the back, but overall it looks like the picture. Like, I can't say it doesn't look like the picture. The material's not the softest, but I think they do that on purpose. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5 is the final verdict for this shirt. So I figured while we were already on the summer top situation, I would just do all of the summer tops in a row. So this was another one of the summer tops that I got in the bestseller section, but it is a very fall pattern, just like the previous one. This one is a black and white houndstooth, and the material is almost like a tweed-ish material. So it's very different from the previous one. It is very stretchy, again, only in one direction, not so much in this direction. It is a spaghetti strap, and it is described as a cropped cami, which I guess makes sense, but this is very cropped. Like, I'm talking about hitting right below the underwire of your bra cropped. So if you happen to be wearing like a long line bralette, this is not the top for you. I feel like with this top, because the straps are so thin, you might as well just not wear a bra, or you would have to go strapless. I got this shirt in an extra small for $19.95. I'm very curious to how it's going to look, so let's just try it right on. I think I could possibly do with a size up, just because here you can kind of see it's cutting me off and giving me kind of this like armpit fat situation. I usually do wear an extra small, but I think in this case I would size up. It's also very cropped. My bra ends right here, and this is just enough to cover it. So just like the black lacy top, I would wear really, really high-waisted pants with these ones. The material is not the softest, it's not the most comfortable. I can kind of feel it cutting into me. I think that might just be because I got a size too small. Maybe if you sized up, you wouldn't be getting that problem, but I just don't think it fits me properly. I think although this shirt does fit the description in the photo, and I do really like the spaghetti straps, it's just not the most comfortable for me, and I feel like it might be because I ordered a size too small and I could have done with sizing up, but I usually am an extra small, so that's why I just automatically chose an extra small. But you can see that it's really cutting into me, and that's why I think my final verdict is going to be a 3.5, because it does look like the photo, and the material is a pretty solid material, so solid in fact that it is making me uncomfortable because it's a little too small. So if you're gonna get this one, I would definitely recommend sizing up. So the last summer / party shirt I'm going to be trying on is this all white bungee strapped top. I actually really like the quality of this shirt because even though it's white, it's still very opaque. So my biggest fear a lot of the time with white clothing is that once you put it on, it's going to be see-through. But this one is double layered and very thick, so I really don't think that's going to be an issue. This fabric is also really stretchy. It stretches in all 4 directions. The best way I can describe it is that it feels like a really thick, like athletic legging material. This was the only item I saw that was part of the Garage Rethink brand. Now I tried to look up a little bit more about what Rethink was, but I couldn't actually find any information on it. So I'm assuming the Garage Rethink brand is similar to the H&M Conscious brand, where the materials that are being sourced for the items are either sustainable or reused / recycled. If this is the case, this seems to be the best quality party top that I've held so far. So their Rethink collection is definitely not shoddy quality. Something that I've noticed about all of their party tops and their camis and such is that everything is a very thin strap. So you're going to have to wear either a strapless bra with these or no bra at all. But I actually really like the look of really thin straps because it shows off the décolletage area, and that's an area I really like to show off, so like the collarbones, the shoulder, that kind of stuff. So let's try this on. I am very excited. All right, last of the party shirts. This one is the softest material yet by far. Out of all of the really cropped, like party-esque tops that I just tried on, this one is definitely the most comfortable. I really like the crisscrossing in the back, and I just like that it's a solid white color and the bungee strap cords. It does feel almost like exercise clothes material, but that's what makes it so comfortable. It's also not as cropped as the other tops, which also makes me a little more comfortable because all of the other ones were kind of like up here, and this one gives you a little bit more of a silhouette because it actually hits right where your natural waist is. So if you're wearing really high pants that go right to your natural waist, and this one stops right above your natural waist, it really gives you kind of that in and out effect that I really like, especially because my body type personally is very straight up and down. I have nothing negative to say about this shirt. This one definitely gets a 5 out of 5 from me. It is soft, it is cute, and it is sustainable. So there is literally nothing wrong with the shirt, and it was the cheapest out of all of the cropped shirts that I got. Even though it is made out of the best material, it is the most comfortable, and I seem to love it the most. So this one is a 5 out of 5, hands down, would keep it. So the next item I am trying on is actually a pair of pants. These are the As If flare pants that I got in an extra small for $44.95. So these are the exact same pattern and color as the As If dress. It is the brown and blue plaid. If I had known it was going to be the exact same pattern as a pair of pants I already have, I probably wouldn't have bought it, but then again, it was on the bestsellers page, so I figured I would give it a shot. I'm really happy to see that flare pants are actually making it to the bestsellers page, because despite popular opinion, I actually really like flare pants. I think they make my legs look great. The only problem with these is that they don't have any pockets, which I would have personally really liked, but I guess I can see the kind of sleek look they're going for, and pockets might ruin that effect. The one thing that also really threw me off about Garage's pants is that they don't actually come in the regular sizing, so it's not like a 0, 1, 2, 3 kind of situation, and it's also not like a 24, 25, 26 situation. The sizing was the same as the shirts, so I got this in an extra small, and the options range from an extra small to an extra large. I also found that the sewing was a little off, so they left a lot of kind of fly away. So they left a lot of thread just kind of hanging off the back of these pants, which kind of makes me question how great these pants are going to be. But when I actually look, it's not because the seam had ripped and it's starting to come apart, they just left the string on there. So I'm excited to try these pants. I think they're going to be really cute on. They're very stretchy in one direction, which is the width direction, not so much the vertical direction. But I guess if you were to need stretch in pants, it would be in the width direction and not the vertical direction. So let's try these babies on. So these are the as if pants on. I think they fit really nicely. I was a little concerned because it did not have regular sizing and it was just like extra small, medium, but I'm wearing an extra small and it fits amazingly. It does not have pockets anywhere, not on the bum, not on the front. It also doesn't have any belt loops, so this is kind of a pant that you can't really accessorize with or put things inside, but they do that on purpose because it just looks really sleek. Like, I think it fits perfectly. I also love the pattern. I'm in love with the pattern on these pants. I think they are gorgeous. They're also really stretchy. Like, I feel like I can do squats in these and there is no restriction of motion anywhere on these pants. I think I would easily give these pants a 5 out of 5. There is absolutely nothing wrong with them. I am absolutely in love with them and I am keeping them. The next item I got is in a color I would never wear in a million years. This one is Kentucky Blue, and it is the Maya Chenille sweater. I actually don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It is Chenille. I don't know if that's Chenille, or Chenille. Either way, it is really soft. That's the material it's made of. I have nothing against this color. I just don't think it matches my skin tone very well. So although I love looking at this color, I would never have personally bought this color. But because this was the color that was on the bestsellers page, this is the color I bought. So this sweater is a very open knit sweater. It has kind of a scalloped pattern and it is cropped on the bottom and cinched in. It is a large, thick turtleneck, which I do love because I'm in love with turtlenecks, especially around winter, because I feel like it keeps you so cozy and just so warm. I don't know how it's going to look when you're not fully posed, because the model that they used in this photo is kind of holding the collar. She's pulling the arms up to show how cropped it is. It's just very well put together, the way that they decided to showcase this sweater, instead of just having her sit there or stand there with the sweater, which usually worries me when I see online ads that way, because it means that the item itself isn't that cute, but when styled really well and in certain photos and angles, it can look very cute. So I'm excited to try this on. I got it in an extra small for $44.95. So let's just get right into it and try this sweater. So the crop is really cute. The material is super soft, but the collar is a little much. I think maybe I would curl it down another one. I know that's not how the model wears it in the picture, but unless I do this, I feel like the collar is just way too much of an overkill. The rest of the sweater is really cute though. I like how it kind of balloons in because it cinches in at the bottom, and it's so soft, you guys. Personally, not my color, so I'm not in love with it, but I can see if this color matches your skin tone very well, how it could be a really cute sweater. I have found a spot or two where the knits aren't quite that consistent, but overall it's an open knit sweater and it's so soft. I cannot tell you guys enough how soft this sweater is. I think I would give this sweater a 4.5 out of 5. I love everything about it. I'm just not in love with how high the collar is. And this is how you're supposed to wear it, because this is how the model is wearing it. She's just kind of like holding the collar, looking all cute, looking super amazing in it. But if you just leave it alone and this is how you're wearing it, it's kind of too much for me personally, which is why I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5, just because the neck is a little too much. But everything about it, other than the neck, is perfect. Alright, so we are back in my studio. I have changed into something a little more comfortable than the really, really high blue turtleneck. Even though it was super soft, the neck was honestly just too much for me. So overall, I think I understand why a lot of these items were best sellers. A good bit of them were very, very cute, very up to fashion, decent quality, but, and it does come with a big but, although I am a pretty picky shopper, out of 11 items, I was really only able to even consider keeping about 4 of them. The really cropped Houndstooth and Snakeskin shirt were just not very comfortable and not very well made. 2 of the sweaters weren't my personal style, but just because they're not my personal style doesn't mean they still can't be a bestseller. Maybe they're a lot of other people's style. And the dress was just okay. I think the only things that I would actually genuinely consider keeping would be the cargo bubble pants, the very first boat neck sweater I tried on, the white cropped top, and the flare plaid pants. Outside of those 4 items, I really don't think I would consider keeping any of these things, just because they're not my personal style, or they're just not the best quality, or they don't fit right, or it's just, I just don't like them. I am a little bit surprised because I bought all of these items from the best sellers page. So that means all of these items should have been a hit. But I do understand that my style isn't everybody's style, and when I was looking online, all of these things were very, very cute. So it kind of makes me think that this best sellers page isn't actually a best sell and keep, it is more like a best sell. Like, it looks really cute online, so somebody bought it, but they can't guarantee that they liked it and kept it. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, 4 items out of 11 isn't the worst. It's about 30-ish%, which is decently good. I am personally a very picky shopper, so maybe it was just me that didn't love all these items. Maybe you guys love all of these items on me and didn't see why I wasn't loving them so much. I don't know, you guys tell me. But with all of that said, this brings us to the very end of our video. I hope you really enjoyed what you saw. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below what you would like to see next, whether it be a haul, me trying another fashion challenge, something about hair, because I did recently cut my hair short, if there's anything you guys want to see, or maybe makeup, because I actually haven't done makeup in a really long time. I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I release videos every single Wednesday, so I will see you guys next week. Bye!